Hey everybody, what is going on? Serial Overdrive here, and today I am playing Entropia Universe. So, what happened? Why are you guys joining me in the middle of a Halloween Mayhem annihilation hunt? Well, here's the answer. I started recording the video, I was talking, and I really didn't like where I was coming from, so I actually restarted the video. I do this quite often, in fact. One of the reasons, though, that I'm jumping you guys in right into the middle of the hunt is because I don't think I'm going to have the PEDs to fully record another video. And this is a problem I've been running into recently. I'm just taking such heavy losses. I can only record like one video a week. And that's if I don't buy any deeds or anything like that. And I sort of want to buy those Crystal Palace deeds. Like, I like them. So, yeah, if you guys are wondering why I'm putting out other videos, why I'm playing other video games, A, I'm really liking the Outer Worlds, and I do like Rust a lot. But B, I just can't keep that flow going with Entropia Universe. I've wanted to do a Twitch stream, I've wanted to do a few things like that, and it's just not a reality that I can do because of my PED card being too low. I could sell some stuff off, that would be a temporary solution, but the reality is, like, when your funds are low and the returns are bad, the key is you just need to stop playing as much. You need to tune back your PED card and sort of pull everything in, because honestly, like, you don't want to play this game until you're broke, right? And that's not something I could do because I'm a non-depositor. Part of the reason I'm a non-depositor is because at some point I feel like if I start depositing money, I'm just going to treat it like gambling, and I don't want to put myself in that situation. When I go gamble, I like to go to a casino. I like to sit there, have a drink, shoot the shit with my friends, do whatever. If I want to play a video game, I don't want to feel like I'm gambling in it, right? And I don't know enough. I don't play this game enough to know, to be like one of those players like Messi where I can run the numbers and be like, all right, I can make a profit if I do this, this, and this. I'm just not to that level, and I'm not willing to. Oh, speaking of profit, there we go, folks. Tuning right in as I was complaining about my PED card. What do we have happen? We're sitting at 102 PEDs of ammo. We're going to go ahead and convert that, and guess what, folks? There we go, there we go, there we go. Yeah, that completely turned things around. I was, like, just about to talk about why I'm not depositing and all that, but, wow, they just, good job, Mindark, throwing that in my face. I like it, I like it. You can see here my gun's actually almost out of PEDs. That's not good. But man, that was like, the timing on that was perfect. So yeah, I went out with 50 PEDs of ammo. I was making this video because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to pull it off. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make a new one, but it looks like we've got enough money to do that. But since there was a global, we're going to keep going. Anyways, what I was going to say, though, is if I start depositing, it becomes a bit of a contest about, like, whose bank account is bigger, in my opinion. So, like, for instance, if I'm playing this game, right, and I can deposit as much money as I want, right? Like, I'm a full depositor. I can put my whole bank account into it. Like, there is a chance that I could beat out a lot of the higher level Uber players, right? But then we're just competing to see who has more money, and that's not a game I really like to play. If I did like to play it, I'd probably play it with supercars. I'd have like a Ferrari parked outside, and it wouldn't be one of those lame-ass Ferraris that you bring it to Monaco and they park it in the garage. No, no, no. It's a front of the casino Ferrari. That's what we're talking about. An Enzo or something cool. I'd be leveraged out the wazoo, and I'd need to keep asking you guys to donate to my Patreon, not for the serial overdrive shit, but for gas money. God forbid I have to change the tires on that thing. But yeah, basically, like, I'm not gonna play that game. And if I start depositing, that's the game I'd start playing. And I know myself, like, I know that's the game I'd start playing. That's one of the things. Anytime you're gambling or playing a game like this, you got to realize, like, what you're playing the game for, right? Like, if you're playing a World of Warcraft or something like that, are you playing the game for fun, or are you playing it to just try and beat your friends and have a higher level character? Because if you're playing it to just have the highest level character and beat all your friends, that's like a never-ending game. That's something that's going to suck you, and you're going to spend 80 hours, and you're going to end up unhappy with at the end, right? Like, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but for me, a lot of the time when I play these games where I'm just trying to skill my character, like if people that play Skyrim and they try and get all the like level like 100 or top level character, I never understand that, because in my mind I'm like, well, all you're doing is just dumping a lot of time into it. There's no competition, there's no story. Like, why are you grinding? Why do you enjoy the grind? Like, if I'm grinding out so I can beat a boss or something like that, I feel fulfilled when I can beat that boss, and I can walk away, sit down, and be like, I did it. But yeah, if I'm just trying to beat my friends or show off or whatever, that's just a never-ending thing, right? It's like keeping up with the Joneses. You're always doing it. And It's addictive, right? And that's something that you do in any area of life, I feel like, right? This is not just a dig on Entropia. This is something that you can fall into anywhere, right? Like, who has the biggest house? Who has the best car? Who has the... Oh, we are in trouble here. I don't think I have another gun that can actually take this thing on, do I? I do not. Alright, so we're just going to have to eat this. I can't kill this guy. We're running out of here. We're bailing. I got to go buy a new gun. I got to buy a new gun. We're going to duck out of this, buy a new gun, and then we'll be back. Oh, shit. So, here's where we're at, right? Wow, this sucks. So here's where we're at. There's no auction. Is there an auction here? There's not an auctioneer near here. So I'm going to have to fly somewhere to get to the auction. And B, if we go to the storage facility, you can see all my stuff here, but you're going to see an issue, right? I do not have a gun in storage. And if you look at this, I don't have any good guns here. I literally don't have any good guns. I don't have anything I can do Halloween Mayhem with. And I don't have any PEDs in my card, and stupidly enough, I converted all of my universal ammo. So I'm sort of at a loss here, folks. I really wanted to do some more hunting, but I don't have the PED balance. I don't have the balance to buy a gun. I don't have the balance to buy an LR20 or anything like that. I have an LR25, but that's sitting back on Calypso. My storage spaces aren't connected, so like that is that. It's sort of done deal here. I'm not going to be able to buy a gun, even if I could get to an auction space. I can't buy a gun to play anymore. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. That was a shock right there. I like just hit a global and I was so happy about it, and then I realized that I don't have the PEDs. So yeah, as far as this run went, you guys are gonna have to trust me. I went out with 50 PEDs of ammo. I came back with 104 plus another 80 PECs in that like little component, so 105 PEDs. So we're walking away 55 PEDs up. It's looking like. Let's throw this in. Let's throw this gun in. 13 PEDs. So yeah, if you do the math on that, someone else do it just to double check it with me. I'm going to be walking away with about 42 PEDs profit. Unfortunately, all that profit, all of it, is locked into shrapnel. Or not shrapnel, it's locked into universal ammo. Smart choice to make most of the time because universal ammo converts at a really nice rate and you save 1%. Unfortunately, when I made that choice today, it was not a smart choice because now I am forced into doing a mining run. Luckily, I do have like mining gear and all that, but yeah, I completely did not anticipate that. That was, I overspent. I hit a global, and then because I just wasn't thinking, I overspent. I was talking about all these fallacies, all these traps you can fall into, and I fell into one myself. I converted all my universal ammo, and I didn't think about it. I didn't think what would happen if I did that. I didn't think that I needed the PEDs to do something else, and yeah, that is completely my bad. So let's go ahead, let's drop some probes here, and then let's just see what happens, I guess. Yeah, that was... I'm sorry, folks. That was honestly disappointing. I'd cancel this. This video would literally just get thrown out if it wasn't for the fact that this is like I need to figure out a way to come up with some PDs, and I hit that global, and that was good. And I think what I just showed you guys is a reason that you might not want to convert all shrapnel over to over right away, right? Like you might not want to convert it over to universal ammo right away. So if I was a depositing player, this is another trap that I'd fall into, right? I've converted all my universal ammo, so now I think, oh, I've got to make a deposit because I want to play, but I made money playing, so I should make the deposit because, hey, that money's going to come back to me. And the truth is, most of the time, it's not. It's the same thing. That's how like casinos work, right? If you ever look at a casino when they're comping people's stuff, like if you've ever had a casino comp you a hotel room, they're not comping you the hotel room because you did good at the casino or because you won money. Like I've had a friend hit a jackpot, right? Like he hit, what was it? This was like a friend of a friend. He hit a $10,000 jackpot in Vegas, right? He calls people up. He's going nuts, and he's like, "Oh, you got to come down. This is going insane, insane, insane." And at the time, like my friends were out living in LA. And he's trying to get them all to come down. And they're like, just leave, dude, leave. And he's like, no, they're comping me a hotel room. They're going to comp you guys a hotel room. Get down here. It's awesome. I'm going to pay for everything. We can go to the buffet. We'll get drinks. Like, they're just comping me left and right. And my friends who, they sort of knew what was going on. They're just like, just leave right now. Just leave. Walk away up. Like, get the hotel room. Go to a club. Buy a seat there. Spend $2,000, $3,000 at this club. But do not go back into that casino. Don't gamble again. That's what they're trying to get you to do. But my friend wasn't, or not my friend, the friend of a friend, right, which is harder to say. That's why I just keep saying friend. But he didn't have it. He just kept going. He went back to the table afterwards because he thought he could just win more money. And, yeah, he managed to win $10,000 and then in a whole weekend it blew through 11. So, yeah, that's sort of the thing of the day, right? Like, if you set limits, if you say you're not going to deposit, if you say this is what I'm going to spend, it's probably good to keep it there, because anything that's designed to pull you in to get you to play more usually is because that's in the favor of the game. It's just, any game does this, right? This is why a lot of these video games are so addictive right now. They know the more time you spend playing them, the more likely you are to spend money. So, yeah, always keep that in mind, I guess. And this isn't one of the things that people says, like, I'm digging on Entropia Universe or something like this. This isn't one of these things I'm necessarily going to aim right at Entropia Universe. This is a design decision that everybody's been making. And in fact, Entropia Universe is probably one of the less addicting games out there, as hard as that is to believe. But, like, these Battle Royale games, a lot of that, like, they really do draw you in. And they're designed to be addictive. Like, if you think Facebook is the only one that hires psychologists when they're designing software, that's not the truth. 100% that's not the truth. So I'll leave it there, I guess. I don't want to get into like confidentiality issues. Ooh. Actually, we're doing pretty good with the mining run too. Maybe this wasn't the worst call in the world. But yeah, I do feel bad about that. I did not realize I was running out of ammo there. This is gonna make titling the video a lot harder, but at the same time, after the last two videos, I need to show a video where I global, just so people aren't getting the wrong impression. Because that's one of the things too. I feel like it's very important for me to be a somewhat responsible YouTube person, micro influencer or mini influencer, or whatever you'd call it, right? Because like if I just put videos where I'm winning money, that's not good. But if I don't put the videos where I do win money, again, that's giving a false narrative, and that's something I don't want to do. So like all the losses you just saw, like me doing in Mayhem for the last two videos, a lot of that just was made up by that global because I'm walking away 45 PEDs up. It's not making back everything, but it's going to make back quite a bit. So that's a nice little happy ending to our story. Everything sort of evened out. And I mean, of course, there's a question of like, would this have happened if I didn't get the global, would I have evened out? That hunting run probably would have been about break even. Oh, are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Good Lord, Mindark. Twice? No amp on that either. Oh. What is going on here? What is going on? That is... Come on now, really? Alright. They're making me eat my words. Like, I'm talking about you gotta leave and all that, and I literally, the last time I was talking about this fallacy, and I'm like, don't do this, don't do that. And now I'm talking about, like, never stay in the casino. Once you win once, you've won. And then I'm like, as I'm thinking, I'm like, yeah, you're such a hypocrite, Serial. You say that, and then you run out of gun ammo, and you just keep going on a mining run. Ridiculous. And then I hit this. Wow. And we got an HP increase. My health is now 114 HP. That's not that high. That's not that high. That's nothing to brag about. Let's keep going here. That was actually mined really quick. But here you guys go. That's all the stats on that Erdonium stone right here. So yeah. I guess we're doing a 100 PD mining run, and we hit a 75 PD hit. So that's gonna be a successful run. And I'm not sure what the markup is on this, but it might not be bad, to be honest. Let's go ahead and convert. I want to see that markup. This is... I was honestly thinking about leaving Arkadia, and now I'm sitting here after two globals. One of them was in a global instance. I don't know. I honestly don't know how that works. Like, I don't know where that global comes from. I don't know whose loot pool it comes from, what planet, how that works. But, all right, 103 on those ingots. So we're not going to make a ton of PDs extra, maybe 1 or 2 PDs extra on that. But, yeah, that's crazy. 2 globals in a video, and I'm not doing anything special. Terramaster 4, that's what I'm using. There's no amp on this thing. There's nothing crazy going on. Let's drop again. How are we doing this? How are we doing this? Let's see if this works. Now I'm like expecting a global every time. Like that is really gonna happen. I mean, I wouldn't complain, but that's oops, let's not use that one. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I don't know how, yeah, alright, I'll take it, right? Like I can't complain anymore. I'm talking about all this stuff you shouldn't do, and I go ahead and do it, and I'm making money, I'm making profit, I'm getting globals. It's crazy. So now MindDark's officially made back everything, given me back everything that I've lost on those Halloween Mayhem videos. And if you guys are wondering, will this video be profitable? I don't think I was talking about in this video, but basically most of my Entropia Universe videos do lose money because there's a cost to play, and that cost to play doesn't sort of make up for the cost to record, or the YouTube AdSense, or whatever you call it, unless something crazy happens. Like, if I get an all-time high, that's going to get a ton of video views, but usually what happens is if you find a profitable area or something like that, those videos that get a lot more views, like this one's probably going to get a lot of views because like we're doing good, we're getting globals, everybody likes to see that. I'm going to try and put that in the title somewhere. Man, if I could get a crafting global, what can we call that? If in one video I get a hunting global, a mining global, and a crafting global, that's like a triple play. Should I go for the triple play, folks? I don't have the PDs. I can't go for a triple play. Too bad. Too bad. Who will be the first person to get a triple play playing Entropia Universe? There's probably people who've already done it and just haven't recorded it. So it sounds like a good idea, but then I slowly start to realize it's not. So let's keep going with the mining run and just be happy, I guess. Wow. Yeah, I don't know what to say when that stuff happens. It's like, all right, like, you know, I one of the things too, all the stuff that I say, like all the stuff that I've said in this video, the negative stuff, the negativity, I know that annoys some people, but this isn't specifically aimed at Entropia Universe. I keep saying that. It's not aimed at Entropia Universe. This is just something that like I notice, and it's happening more and more because it's easier and easier to do. So for those of you guys who, I guess, yeah, for people who don't know, the way like advertising or anything like that works is it plays on your emotions, it plays on your mind, it plays on like what's addicting to the human psyche. And just with computer technology getting better and better, it's just easier and easier to do that. It's easier and easier to find that, right? Because it used to just be stuff like, all right, like you wear red tie, that just sort of means you're powerful, so a president should wear red, or a red tie. Not wear red. Donald Trump listens to this video, he's going to be out in the next press conference. Red pants, red suit coat, red button-up shirt, red shoes, red glasses, red hat. He's already got the red hat, so, and probably the red tie, so he's good there, but the rest of it, all red, just blood. But yeah, like red, I think signifies like power. So a lot of time you'll see presidential people wearing that. It does happen, like, but very rarely you're gonna see a president wearing like a white tie because white would mean surrender. Plus, then he'd need to be wearing like a black undershirt, which, you know, or he could be wearing white on white, which is very weird. Yeah, I digress again. But yeah, it becomes easier and easier to do that, right? Like anytime when you're programming even, like this is one of the things that goes into it. Like you can create these smart programs now that know that like, I'm going to use just an insane example that I haven't used before, but it's going to say like, all right, people age 14 to 16, they're really liking these Tide Pods, and they really like it when you put it with like this specific YouTube video about Tide Pods and whatever. And then next thing you know, they're showing these kids eating Tide Pods, and everybody 14 to 16 goes out and buys Tide Pods. It helps them out, and then Tide gets mad because all of a sudden their stock drops because parents don't want to buy Tide Pods anymore. And it turns out that 14 to 16-year-olds buying one Tide Pod is not gonna really buoy that brand. But the automated sort of YouTube algorithm figured out that they had this little like thing that they could exploit. You know, just like an example or something like that. But stuff like that happens all the time. A lot of the time when people are seeing these like fake news and all that, it's not really like YouTube or Facebook or anyone sitting there trying to give you fake news. It just so happens that that's what's most clickable, because the thing is, fake news, like if I want to make a fake video title, I could say anything in that video title. It could be the most interesting Entropia Universe video title in the world. I could literally say Serial Overdrive makes $250,000 playing Entropia Universe. And then he buys a Ferrari. You get to watch it all right here in this 10-second segment. And people are going to click it even though the video is 20 minutes long because whatever. And of course, then they're going to be disappointed. Then they'll be mad at me. And that's overall, I created something that's very clickable, that's very interesting to people, that draws them in. But, you know, that algorithm doesn't think long term. It doesn't think, well, we just drew the people in, but is that really going to hold them, right? Whereas if I just do this and show you guys one screenshot of me getting a global and say some cool stuff happens in here, you guys are going to see it. You're going to see some cool stuff, right? You're going to see me get a global. That's a pretty honest video title. But is it the best title I could possibly get if all I'm trying to do is get clicks? Not at all. Anyways, I hope that makes sense. I try and explain myself well. I don't know if I explain myself well. Sometimes, like, I listen to people on YouTube, and they're just rambling on, and I have no idea what they're talking about by the middle of it. And I'm like, am I doing this? Serial Overdrive. Are you sitting here just rambling on, and by the middle of it, no one's following, but everybody's busy playing Entropia Universe or doing whatever they're doing in the background that nobody notices that you're just talking shit? Definitely possible. I mean, I'm one dude that sits at a computer and talks to a metal pole. That's a great way to describe what you do in your free time. Serial Overdrive, what is one of your hobbies? Talking to a metal pole and recording it for the internet. Well, I play a video game. Oh, what's that video game? Well, I hit one button, it drops a probe, and I see if I made money. Yeah, that's a great description of what I do in my free time. Oh, boy. Anyways, yeah, hopefully I'm describing that good, but, like, you guys sort of get that's, like, the basis of advertising, and sometimes those algorithms, those things run away with us, because a lot of the time, even myself as a programmer, a lot of the time I'll do something, and I won't ask myself, should I do this? I just ask, can I? Because for the longest time, that's just been something that people ask, right? Even with scientists, right? Like, the guys who made nuclear weapons and all that feasible, a lot of them didn't sit there and say, like, should I do this? They just thought, can I? And then once they figure out if they can or not, then they want to discuss the ethics of it. But by that time, it sort of has this runaway effect. It's the same thing with any profession. Like, anywhere you're going to find yourself doing this, right? Like, unless it's blatantly evil, right? Like, if you're selling cars and you realize, like, hey, if I team up with Osama bin Laden, I can sell more cars. You probably won't do it because, you know, he's not the greatest guy in the world, okay? But, like, you know, if you're like, hey, I could sell more cars if I painted everything red, and, you know, if it's something that's, like, loosely, like, if you really dig into it, maybe it's not the nicest thing to do, but, like, just on the surface, it doesn't seem so bad, and you're just wondering, can I do it? Will it work? And then when it works, it's like, oh, whoops, what have I done? But yeah, that's how a lot of these algorithms work and stuff like that, and that's how a lot of these video games, they're not designed like that on purpose. It's just like, how can we make this more fun? And it turns out if you go to a psychologist, you can make, like, really fun games. They can come up with some really cool ideas, and it'll be really fun, and everybody's gonna have a really good time. And then you've created something addicting, you know? I mean, the guy who made meth probably wasn't thinking, I want some drug that's gonna make people stay up for a month long and scratch their eyes off. He's just thinking, like, hey, I want to make something that's really fun and gets people really energized, and then he creates it, and, you know, it's a really fun, really energetic drug that tends to have very harmful side effects and destroy your face and make you look like shit, and then it ruins whole parts of countries. You know, he probably didn't think about that when he made it. Now, if you're making meth right now as you listen to this video, you are doing a very bad thing, and you should know better because we've done this before. We know what road that goes down, and we know what you're doing. If you're making, like, you know, if you're making blunts or something, just pass one this way. No, don't do that. Only do stuff that's legal, folks. That's going to keep you out of trouble, that advice right there. FBI, NSA, TSA, Homeland Security, President Trump, anyone who's listening to this, Serial Overdrive is teaching people to do good. Not bad. We're not talking about making meth anymore. Yeah, sometimes I don't know how I get on these topics. I don't know how I ended up here, but I sort of enjoy the process, you know. So it looks like our luck's sort of run out here. That's one of the reasons that we're going down this road, because I'm not finding. Oh, wait, we did find some stone there. I saw that and ran to pick it up. Always keep your eyes out for that. Ooh, look at that. We got a double drop and some stones. Can we get a triple drop? Should we go for treasure? I have not done any treasure hunting yet. And, oh my lord, I just thought of it, right? Triple play in Entropia Universe for a minor. Or global. And matter global. Treasure global. Only possible on Arkadia. They should literally pay me for that. Like, seriously, if you could put that into the code of Entropia Universe, you know how addicting that would be? If all of a sudden, like, you can get an announcement, like, triple play. Actually, that would be something... This is actually something that, like, I think would really help the game. Actually, I just think it would be really cool. You know how, like, in, what was it? Unreal Tournament, they had this, like, triple play, double kill, suicide. Something like that voice that was just like, boom. I'm not even doing it right. It probably sounds horrible. So yeah, let's, if someone could download this video and re-upload it with like really cool sound effects there, that would be much appreciated. But yeah, if you could put those into Entropia Universe, like get that voice and like, global, and like ATH, it just comes off. Right, and that can be something people can enable. So like we're sitting here playing, and when something significant happens, that voice just pops into your head, and it's like, ooh, something cool just happened. I'd love that, and that would be so addicting. Honestly, that would bring me in. If all of a sudden they're like serial overdrive with the triple play, I'd love that. Oh, I did not mean to double drop there. Oh well, it happens. It happens. Nope, and we didn't get any loot. Sometimes you double drop and you're like, is this going to work out for me? That time it didn't. But yeah, that would be really cool, I think, if they could do some sort of like announcement, like a global speaker system that just plays it anytime something big happens. For a while during, I think it was like World of Firepower. What was it? World of Firepower? There's WoW. This was an event. I don't think it's going on anymore. I'm pretty sure it's not going on anymore. But basically, every country's best players would compete against each other to see who was the best, who had the best Entropia Universe team. So, you had the U.S., you had Britain, you had Russia, you had everywhere, right? Everybody's playing, everybody's competing, and it's like top hunters, top miners, everything like that. And I think Never Die used to do that, like on... you go to Club Never Die, I think, or like Rocktropia, one of them, and you could hear him over the microphone, like announcing how things were going. The same with events. Like, I'd really like to see that, but like on a global level, right? Like, get announcers for the game so when you're playing, like, these announcers can come through when there's like a big event going on or something like that, like a hunting event or something like that. Mindark could, honestly, they could just drop a little bit of money to a few people. Even, hey, if I had the time, I'd do it. But yeah, they could drop some money to a few people, get that global broadcast going, and then middle of event, you can just have these people sitting there like talking over it, announcing it, and you can play it to everybody in Entropia Universe. And that would be really cool, I think. I think that would actually be a really good idea. And you could really draw some people in because now people are getting their names announced, they're getting talked about, and there's that fame that you can get from winning. Right now, like, honestly, if you win Mayhem, Annihilation, Survival, whatever, there's 9 categories. No one's, like, very few people are going to know who you are, right? Like, there's some very big Ubers that they're going to win, and people will be like, oh, yeah, I remember that guy. But if you win Cat 1, Cat 2, whatever, even if you win Cat 9, right? Like, let's say you win a Category 9, you're the first player in that category, and you do awesome. Are people really going to remember that? Like, no. But if all of a sudden your name's being announced, if there's people like speaking over it, like for the last hour, and they're just discussing you, they're discussing your plays and everything like that, everybody who plays Entropia Universe for that hour is going to remember you, and that's going to have this draw, right? There's fame to it now. All of a sudden, you don't just win the game, you don't just win the event, you become famous. And I think that would be something that would be really... that'd be really addicting. Speaking of bad ideas, stuff that people don't think of, like, oh my god, this is just contradicting myself over and over and over again. First, Mindark gives me 2 globals, and now I'm talking about how they can make the game more addicting right after I tell people to watch out for that. But hey, at least I realize what I'm doing. Am I evil? That's the question. But yeah, I feel like we've just about run our course with this little podcast Entropia Universe thing that I'm doing. We've covered a wide range of topics here today. We've covered how much money I lost during Mayhem right before I got a global. We've covered why you shouldn't keep playing the game after you get a global, and then I got another global. 2 good calls right there on my behalf. And then I talk about why games should probably watch out because they're getting more and more addicting. And then I give Entropia Universe advice on how to get more addicting. Yeah, that's... good work there, Serial Overdrive. Good work. I'd like you guys all to hit that like button and give me a standing round of applause, because usually I just mess up the math, but today I just completely went off the deep end. And not only did I contradict myself, I think at some point I might have called myself accidentally evil. And then we decided to talk about why you shouldn't, make meth. And yeah, that was this was one for the record books. All right, let's get this up and let's head back because I've run out of topics. I've covered the gauntlet today. So let's hit that T button. 60 seconds left. Actually, not 60 seconds. We're going to total everything up and have a little bit of discussion about this rather than talking about stupid stuff. Yeah, I don't know if you guys made it all the way to 30 minutes. Like, let me know down below in the comments. I think I've told you to let me know about other stuff down below in the comments, but, let me know about this too. Make sure you tell me what you're letting me know about because I'm not going to remember this. As far as, like, for any YouTuber, right? Like, if you're leaving a comment on a video, just assume that we did this all in a blackout state and have no idea what we said, what we did, or what happened. Because honestly, I get done with this and I forget everything I said. And it's probably for the best because, sometimes I don't say the best things. If you go back and watch all 2,000 or however many videos I've made, you're going to find some real gems in there. So, thank God people don't watch this, right? No, I'm just kidding. That's why I don't do a face reveal, My work would not be happy if I'm telling people to cook meth and then remembering I shouldn't. Or actually, I don't think I told anyone. I am not telling anyone to cook meth. Let's just make that very clear right now. So yeah, let's total everything up. Let's total everything up before I dig this hole any deeper. And the thing is, I could just not hit the upload button, but I feel like I'm compelled to do it because we have 2 globals and that rarely happens. So yeah, here we are. We've got 108 PEDs, and we've got another 58 PEDs left. Wow. So in total, we're coming back with about 166. Is that right? Is that math right? Finally, we're back on 10-poll topics for Serial Overdrive. Bad math. That's it. All right, 166 PEDs. We went out with like 104, 105 PEDs worth of just ammunition, in this case probes, which means we're walking away with about a 50 PED profit plus markup. So this was honestly like a really good run. I'm going to try and sell this stuff, and then I'll have enough to buy a gun, and we're back in business, folks. So that is a complete savior of a run. I don't know about my talking or how my commentary was, but that was a complete savior right there. That was just amazing. I'm so glad that happened. I'm so glad that you guys were able to witness it because it doesn't happen every day. This is probably one of the first videos where I've gotten a mining and a hunting global. This is probably a first. This is the first time I think that's happened back to back like that. That is, I'm shocked that it happened. I'm not putting that much money into the game. I'm a non-depositor. I don't have amps on my stuff. I don't know how it happened, but it did. And I really do appreciate it. Anyways, for those guys who made it all the way through this video, probably hit that subscribe button because maybe, just maybe, I'm interesting enough to listen to again. And for anyone else who's still listening and decided not to hit the subscribe button or has already hit it and is already subscribed, or you just unsubscribed to me, just if you unsubscribed, hit that button again. And yeah, if you're finally getting sick of me talking, hit the like button, and until next time, peace.